Grand Rising, and today is, I gotta look at the date. Today is March 25th. Good Lord. 2024. My name is Danyelle Claxton. I'm owner and operator of Blooming Lotus Wellness, as well as the social media goddess. And I have my co-host, LaKeisha LaGrande, owner and operator of Natural Living by Design, as well as being Madam Finance. And today is Millionaire Mindset Monday. Good Grand Rising, good morning, and how was everybody's weekend?
Good morning.
Wonderful.
Good.
Wonderful.
Good.
Amazing. Very productive. So, first, I would like to say thank you so much for you all showing up on Millionaire Mindset Monday. We know you could be doing something else, so we appreciate you so very much. Feel free to come join us Monday through Friday. There's something different every single day. That's amazing. If you're ready to level up, well, come on and tune in with us every day from 9 to 10. So typically on Millionaire Mindset Monday, we love to start off our show with a millionaire or billionaire success story. So today, our success story is going to be, I'm excited about this one because this is the month of women. So I picked a African woman billionaire, okay? Her name is Sheila Johnson, born on January the 25th, 1949, in Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania. Sheila Johnson's journey from humble beginnings to becoming a trailblazing entrepreneur and philanthropist is nothing short of inspirational. Growing up in a working class family, Sheila developed a passion for music at an early age. After graduating from high school in Maywood, Illinois, she pursued her love for music and education, earning a Bachelor's of Arts degree in music from the University of Illinois and a Master of Arts degree in education from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. Sheila's path took a significant turn when she co-founded Black Enterprise Television, as we know as BET, alongside her then husband, Robert Johnson, in 1980. Despite facing numerous obstacles and skepticism in the male dominated media industry, Sheila's determination and vision propelled BET to unprecedented success, ultimately leading to an acquisition by Viacom in a landmark deal worth $3 billion in 2000. This monumental achievement made Sheila the first Black female billionaire, shattering glass ceilings and paving the way for future generations of women of color in business. However, Sheila's journey was not without challenges. Following her divorce from Robert Johnson in 2002, she found herself at crossroads, grappling with personal and professional upheavals. Yet, fueled by her relentless drive and determination, she refused to succumb to adversity. Instead, she channeled her resilience into new endeavors, determined to carve out her own legacy. Beyond her remarkable success in the business world, Sheila's commitment to philanthropy is equally noteworthy. Recognizing the importance of giving back to her community, she has been actively involved in various charitable initiatives aimed at empowering women and minority communities, promoting education and supporting the arts. Through her philanthropic efforts, Sheila continued to make a positive impact on the lives of countless individuals, embodying the spirit of generosity and compassion. Today, Sheila Johnson's legacy extends far beyond her achievements in business and philanthropy. She serves as an inspiration to aspiring entrepreneurs and change makers worldwide, proving that with perseverance, passion, and a dedication to making a difference, anything is possible. As she continues to leave an indelible mark on the world, Sheila's story has served as a testament to the transformative power of resilience, determination, and unwavering pursuit of excellence.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You
Yes,
know,
Sheila Johnson. Yay, yay, yay. Love her. Yeah.
yeah, that kind of took me to thinking about Proverbs 3, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
Trust in the Lord with all their heart and lean not
On
on your
your heart.
and
Tonight, on understanding.
come
Yeah.
on, in all your ways submit to him and he will make your path straight. Okay?
Amen.
And I just know, and I know I say this often, that we have some amazing women on this show right now. And people are waiting on us. We know to make a difference. It's not all about us. It's about being a blessed to be a blessing, and we
Yes.
are all walking in the footsteps of millionaires and billionaires. And I claim and declare we are multi-millionaires and billionaires in Jesus' name.
Ashe.
Amen. Amen.
BET.
Mm-hmm.
That is.
Every time I see her, on the BET show, the awards and stuff, and she just she looks so
Mm,
humbly powerful, like she knows who she is. And she stands proud when the camera hits her and stuff, she just watching her baby, just looking at her baby.
wow.
Mm-mm.
That is so amazing. And it always feel good when you sowing good seeds in your life and you making a difference and you blessing other people. It's no joy like it, to see you changing lives, you putting smile on people's faces, you empowering them for better. Like that's just an amazing feeling. But today, I want to introduce another powerful woman today. Our guest, Tenesha S. Windom. She is no stranger to life challenges. She formed My Sister's Keeper, a youth mentoring organization based in Highland Park, Michigan. In response to her trials and tribulations through life, she turned her pain to purpose by reaching a growing number of hurting, underprivileged, undervalued, and underserved young ladies who could benefit from her love. And she does. She has a lot of love to give. She is amazing. With her experience, with her guidance and resources, this human servant, advocate, philanthropist, and pioneer has led My Sister's Keeper in positively impacting the lives of over 2,500 young youth ages, females between the ages of 7 and 24. Wyndham has demonstrated expansive and exceptional organizational leadership, program development, strategic planning, fund development, project management, and client based youth servicing. Affectionately referred to as Miss Tanisha, she has worked tirelessly without a salary and often used her own finances to safeguard the trajectory of today's youth and to change their narratives. She is a change agent, making a difference through caring and supportive relationship building, one on one mentoring, group mentoring, peer mentoring, school based mentoring, technology driven mentoring, academic enrichment, life skills training, field trips, community service projects, summer summer employment, internships, extracurricular activities, out of state travel, life coaching, and counseling. Windom is a professional counselor and member of the National Counseling Association, who has earned a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration from Rochester College and a Master's of Arts degree in Community Mental Health Counseling from the University of Detroit Mercy. She has conducted extensive research in the efficacy of mentoring and interventions of children and adolescents. Her research and passion for keeping kids on the path to success led to the development of the My Sister's Keeper mentoring curriculum. I am a keeper. The 7 P's of healthy youth development, including elementary school, middle school, high school, post-secondary, trauma-focused, and faith-based editions. Tanisha is the mother of 2 adult sons and a native of Highland Park who is committed to reinvesting in area youth. She has been featured in publications and received numerous accolades for her work, most recently the Governor's Service Award for Youth Impact. Miss Tenesha S. Windom is well on her way to achieving her life's goal of mentoring 1 million youth. Tenesha S. Windom is a keeper. Wow.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, LaKeisha. Thank all of you ladies for having me on today. Thank you for reading that lengthy bio. And if I were at the Oscars, I would sing it like Fantasia. To God be the glory. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am beyond grateful and thankful for all that God has done to, through me and to me and, for the lives of our youth who are so deserving. Um, and I just, I'm grateful, just thankful and grateful to be among you, powerful women as well. Grand rising to you all.
Yes, yes, yes. I just want to say,
Right.
myself and Sharonda Taunt, we have had the opportunity to be connected with my sister's keeper at the beginning of his inception. And I mean, it has always been memorable. The support, the turnout. Oh my God, it was amazing. I knew that she was going to do great things, for the youth and the support, the organization. Like, she is truly a wonderful role model.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for your support. And it's so important for us to mention, that mentors are always needed. And I applaud LaKeisha LaGrande and Sharonda Taunt for stepping up and being mentors with my sister's keeper. The young ladies are, there's such a great need, a huge need. So every time I have an opportunity to get the message out, I want to encourage our positive and professional women to consider being a mentor. And if you don't have time to mentor, if you don't have the availability, consider supporting a mentoring organization in some type of way. There are many youth organizations in the city that are doing great work with our youth, but research still suggests that there are I think 1 in 3 youth are still without a mentor. We have some 9 million youth that are still remain without a mentor and have never had a mentoring experience.
Wow. Also, if it's okay, Tanisha, I've had an opportunity to meet her mom and her brother, and you could just tell her mom is just so proud, of her children. Um, and Tanisha brother also was the mayor of Highland Park as well. I just wanted to mention that.
Yes, and he also was the pioneer for my brother's keeper. So My Brother's Keeper, the mentoring organization with the young men, actually preceded, it was first before My Sister's Keeper. My brother began working with the young men in Highland Park, and they were having pancake and power breakfast with the likes of Congressman John Conyers and other very powerful men were pouring into the young men before he even began his political career. So that opened the door for My Sister's Keeper. It was only right that we would step up and begin working with the young ladies. And it kind of paved the way for us and really made that seamless for us to begin My Sister's Keeper and just created that wealth of support that was needed for us to start working with the young ladies.
Hey, Tenesha, I have a quick question to ask you. So
Sure.
what type of I guess what mentoring, what skills, what advice is given to the what is it? The young ladies that you guys service, and also what ages do you provide mentoring for?
Yes, I'm glad you asked. We have, first of all, the advice that we give. Number one, our mantra is, I am a keeper. And when we say, am I my sister's keeper? We encourage everyone to yell or to affirm, yes, I am. Yes, I am. And who am I keeping? First of all, I'm keeping myself. I'm keeping her, me, she, I, right? I'm keeping her. Secondly, I'm keeping my sister. I'm keeping my community. So I'm creating impact on the world. And this is the fundamental basis for everything that we do. First of all, keeping her, because if I keep myself at the top of the show, LaKeisha mentioned Sheila Johnson. Had she not developed herself, she would not be able to, uh, contribute in any other kind of way in society. So now that's number one. Number two, the curriculum is based on 7 P's or 7 pillars that are also fundamental to success. And those are positivity, P number 1, positivity. And we define that as healthy thoughts, words, actions, and energy. Number 2, it used to be poise and posture, but we have changed it to power so that it would be co-ed. Our curriculum is now co-ed and being facilitated among young women and young men. So power is number 2. And we talk about feminine power. The young men talk about masculine power. So we want to harness our feminine power in terms of being poised, having good posture, being polished, being feminine in our feminine, but also being able to be a boss, right? So being soft, being strong at the same time. Then P number 3 is purpose. And we define that as who you are and what you were created to, what you were born to do. Who you are and what you were born to do. So we're talking about purpose as young as 7 years old. So we start at age 7 and we go all the way through 24. We used to stop at 18, but we found that our young ladies, even when they age out, they still need mentoring. Actually, all of us need mentoring. All of us need, everybody needs a mentor.
Absolutely.
In some way. So the 4th P is preparation. And I don't think that needs explanation. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Position, P number 5. Where you are and where you're going. It's all about being in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing with the right people.
Come on now.
And then P number 6 is principles. So within principles, we talk about universal principles, rules to live by, like the golden rule: treat other people the way you want to be treated. We talk about honesty. We talk about respect. We talk about faith. We talk about gratitude. We talk about determination, discipline, perseverance, resilience, all of those principles that are key. Integrity. Then the last P is prose, which is public or proper speaking and writing, which we find is a huge deficit among our youth. These things, speaking and writing, can open a door for you. They can open the door for you. At some point, you will need to be in a job interview, or you will need to give a presentation, or you'll need to write an essay, or you'll need to write something. I can't tell you how just having strong writing skills in terms of letter writing, just writing a letter or email to someone, they can tell whether you have strong writing skills, and you could potentially get somebody's attention or have an advantage because those skills are strong. So we do a lot of skill building. So in addition to these 7 P's, we also discuss things like self-esteem, anger management, conflict resolution, social skills. We have cooking classes, entrepreneurship, which I'm hoping Miss LaKeisha is going to come in and share. And what we do is I'm not the only one sharing. We have a database of over 450 mentors that we can pull from, that will come in and share with the young ladies as well. And they have all kinds of expertise in all kinds of areas. And this is something that sets My Sister's Keeper apart too, I believe, because we have doctors, we have lawyers, we have judges, we have all kinds of powerful women coming into the classroom. We facilitate these classes in area schools, in community settings, and they're coming in and they're sharing with the youth their expertise, giving them the benefit of their knowledge, their experience. And it's just many areas that we share on: financial literacy, employability skills, career prep, college prep. We even had an empowerment youth fair where we had resources, all types of resources for youth at the Boys and Girls Club. We do service learning, and service learning is huge because with our service learning training, youth are taught how to identify problems in their community, identify problems among their peers or their group, and how to plan a project, their own projects to solve their own problems. So they learn to investigate, find out what the problems are. They recruit other youth to get involved. They plan out the project and they implement the project, and then they celebrate their success. One of those examples is our community garden. We built a community garden. The youth pitched in, they painted, they planted the seeds, they kept the garden. And throughout that process, the youth are learning a lot of life lessons. So I'm sorry, did I answer your question?
You sure did.
Great. And you ladies are more than welcome to come in. Anyone that's interested in being a mentor with My Sister's Keeper, the mentor application is on our website, as well as if you'd like to sign up your young people, the mentee application is on our website. We also have we have hard copies. You can download those, or you can just give us a call. Give us a call. We have
Also, I do have a quick question to ask you. Is My Sister's Keeper, are you guys a 501c3?
We are not a 501c3, but we have a fiduciary agent So our parent organization, Base Incorporated, is a 501c3.
Mhm.
So both my sister's keeper and my brother's keeper operate under Base Incorporated, which is our parent organization.
Okay, that's one of the things I wanted to talk about today also is that you do assist with nonprofit um organiz nonprofits, people who are interested in having their own nonprofit. And then I also want to talk a little bit about the grant writing as well. So as far as the 501c3, what's that process like? And you are able to mentor and help people with that as well. Is that correct?
Yes, I have had several clients. Actually, I do nonprofit and for-profit development. So I've had several nonprofit clients where I have applied for their 501c3, a tax exempt designation through the IRS. What it's like is actually now they have uh, a streamlined application. So if you're a new nonprofit, you can apply with that streamlined application right online, and the fee is just like $275. The long form is $600. So what I recommend is anyone that's interested in starting a nonprofit, first of all, of course, it's just like starting a for-profit business. You want to file your articles of incorporation and get your EIN. And then you want to develop a board of directors. And then you want to identify what your programming is going to be, your mission statement and your program design. What is your mission statement, and what are the services that you're going to offer to accomplish your mission statement? And so once you have that information in place, as well as you need a statement of dissolution, you need bylaws. You need bylaws. And once you have, and your bylaws must include a statement of dissolution. Also, the purpose of the organization. Those are the key things that the IRS will be looking for when you submit your application for 501c3 tax exemption. It takes about 180 days once you fill out the application to get that letter of determination back from the IRS. So it's not a very involved process unless you've been in existence and you have financials. So if you have financials to report with that long form, you'll report the last 3 years, I think, of financials on that long form. But if you haven't collected over $50,000 in revenues, you can use that streamlined form. And so that's for the tax exempt. Any questions about the 501c3? And you can do that right online.
Ooh,
And it's to my understanding that even with the 501c3, it's still ran as a business. Just because it says it's nonprofit doesn't mean that most 501c3s actually get a profit. Is that correct or not?
Yes, you collect revenues. What it means is that you're not taxed on those revenues. You do not pay taxes on those revenues. It's still a corporation. It's still a business. But that your business revenues are not taxed. And that's the difference. And that's why you want to have that 501c3 designation, or either a fiduciary agent that has that 501c3 designation. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, still the nonprofit organizations are still responsible to make money. Not you don't want to just depend on people giving to you. You want to do something that will sustain you, while you're doing the other things of bringing money in and waiting on people and all that stuff. So yeah, you need to have something where besides just the fundraisers,
Mhm.
something that, you know, money can come in.
Absolutely, and that's primarily what we have set in place for My Sister's Keeper. We have a couple of for-profit, and so you'll see a lot of corporations, and then they have a foundation as well, like DTE Energy. They have a DTE Energy Foundation. One of our supporters is Comerica Bank. Comerica actually has a foundation. So this is very similar. We have for-profit businesses that are entirely fundraising vehicles for all of the proceeds go to My Sister's Keeper, or all of the proceeds go to Base Incorporated.
Mhm, mhm. Your website is mysisterskeepers.org or com.
MySistersKeeperHP.org.
Yeah,
And do
H
you guys have can we find you guys on social media as well?
Yes, ma'am. At My Sister's Keeper HP. We're on Facebook as well as Instagram and Twitter. We also have a YouTube channel. In terms of the grant funds, and that's correct, Queen. You want to have funding, different funding vehicles in different areas. As far as nonprofits, most of them, it's been determined that they get the bulk of their funding from individual donors, but you also want to have corporate sponsorships. You want to apply to private foundations as well as for government grants. You want to, and I'll give this to anyone that's interested in starting a nonprofit. You want to get a membership with Michigan Nonprofit Association. Michigan Nonprofit Association, MNA, has a wealth of resources for nonprofit organizations, along with their membership includes a membership access to Grant Station, which is one of the grant search engines that nonprofits can use to identify grant opportunities. So their membership is about $80 annually, and it's well worth that $80. They have trainings, webinars, grant announcements. We've even gotten general liability insurance through those referrals.
Hmm.
In terms of other resources for nonprofits, there's organizations like Catch a Fire. You have organizations that will, once you get that 501c3 designation, you have professionals that volunteer their time to help nonprofits. So there's a resource called Catch a Fire. Catch a Fire, where professionals volunteer to take on projects for nonprofits. So it's similar to, we had someone to develop a mobile app for us at no charge. And he indicated that the work he did on the mobile app was valued at about $300,000. So you'll find that a lot of professionals that are in the tech area, or that do graphic design or web design, they will volunteer their time because that's a taxable. I mean, that's a tax exemption or tax write-off for them.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful website. I like that logo. That is cute.
Thank you. So we're excited right now. We have our hair braiding workshop coming up. That's another example of the types of things the girls are learning. They're learning practical life skills, and we try to teach skills that have earning potential. So right now, our young ladies are in a hair braiding workshop. They've had one session. They'll have the other session on April 13th. The hair braiding workshop is being offered by Ready Set Let's Braid, a licensed cosmetologist that has a hair braiding curriculum. They've gotten a mannequin, workbooks, hair, the gel, everything they need to learn hair braiding, and she's teaching them all of the techniques, and they're able to take this hair kit with them and continue to build their skills at home so that they can do their own hair, they could do their friends' hair, friends and family, and potentially build a business. We know a lot of us have worked our way through college braiding hair. That was my first.
Well, I would say one of the things I don't think even you know, but Queen Aduni is owns a natural hair school called Everett's Natural Beauty School and Salon. Her family's been doing natural hair and hair care in the city of Detroit for almost over 40 years. And she is a hair, what is it, a natural hair master, Queen Aduni?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And
Awesome.
they also teach, they was one of the first people to actually start teaching sister locks in the city of Detroit. And they teach everything of natural hair, braiding, not just braiding, but natural hair styling, lock care, lock maintenance, all of that. That might be a good connection right there. Just letting you guys know. Hi,
Awesome.
Queen Aduni.
Sharonda had put some good information out here. On second Saturdays are a key day for mentorship with My Sister's Keeper. We need assistance with transportation to expand and not miss opportunities like the Pistons games, outings, and Steam Fest. Also, National Youth Service Day is coming up.
Mhm. Global Youth Service Day. Yes, it's the last weekend in April. And this year, our youth are going to be targeting voters' rights. So they're getting out information about, they're learning about voters' rights and being encouraged to get active in the voting process when they turn 18, as well as getting the information out to increase voter turnout, because they're learning that this is another way that we become empowered by exercising our right to vote. And so that's our project this year for Global Youth Service Day.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
It's not about it's not about 501c3 though. Do you have or have you had any really troubled youth come through your program?
Absolutely. Yes, unfortunately, I don't know if anyone is aware, but the latest CDC report stated that 4 out of 5 teen girls have persistently felt sad, and it's up 60%. It's up higher than it's been in the past 10 years. And so we have seen a lot of this depression. Also, 1 in 3 have had suicidal ideation, so thoughts of suicide. We've had young ladies that I've had young ladies to come to me and say, I struggle with thoughts of suicide. I have even had a young lady call me while she was hospitalized after having an episode battling with suicide. We've had a lot of young ladies, and this is why this programming is so very needed. I had a young lady to come to me after class and say, I saw my mother's boyfriend take a chunk out of her. And I said, a chunk out of her? What do you mean a chunk out of he bit her? And she said, yes. And so they're seeing they're witnessing domestic violence. They are experiencing childhood traumas, sexual traumas, struggling academically a lot of times, because if you are having social and emotional disturbances, it's difficult to focus on your academics. And actually, that was my personal testimony, my personal experience. So I, struggled, even though I was a gifted student and always at the top of my class. I stopped attending school in the 11th grade. I stopped attending school and almost didn't continue. And but because I had an excellent school counselor who actually came to my home. He came to my home and said, "No, you need to finish. You can finish." And he got me into Florida Memorial College in Miami. He said, you can go to my, and when he said you can go to Miami, I said, okay, I'll come back. But yeah, you know, we don't realize the gravity of the issues that our youth are facing, uh, the barriers to their success, the challenges that they're having, and they need intervention. And mentoring has been proven as an intervention for at-risk youth. And now we're calling them opportunity youth because they are. They have so many opportunities before them, and we need to present those opportunities, just like that school counselor did for me. We need to present those opportunities like, yes, you have every right to just give up. You know what? You have every right to feel the way you are feeling, to be depressed, because, you know, you're in a very depressing environment. Even just going in the schools every day, it's a hostile environment. It's a hostile environment. We had a session with young men the other day and asked them to express what their negative thoughts were. My own nephew said, "You are trash."
Mm.
And so we have to teach them how to counteract those thoughts and replace those negative thoughts with positive thoughts. That's where I'm thankful, where my counselor training comes in. Um, in mental health and behavioral health, it's so important to have these skills. And many of us did not have these skills and did not learn these things until maybe collegiate level, if ever. Or we just kind of bumped around until we figured things out. But now that we figured things out, we can go back and share with the youth. They don't have to wait until they get 18 to learn decision making or goal setting. They don't have to wait. We're teaching about SMART goals and smarter goals right now.
Yeah, and how to challenge your anger. You know,
Yeah.
I was dealing with something over the weekend with my son's event and my nephew, Marshawn. I cannot wait to have a conversation with him because you know, he's so bright, has so much going for himself, but you have to be able to channel your anger. You have to, you know, be able to speak more positively. It's so many things that affect their success. And mentorship, we all need mentorship. Everybody should have mentors. I have 3 different mentors, you know, in different areas of your life. If, you know, a coach is a mentor as well. You know, we have one here who is amazing, Reverend Omani. You know, we need that. You see transformation through through this organization that we're here. It's well needed, you know. It's always room for improvement. Always. Another thing before we go, I want to talk about the grant writing because we have a lot of entrepreneurs on this call, a lot of people who don't have a business, but they want to have a business or they have a business. And so now, since COVID, the grant process has been a lot easier with a lot of these questions. All you have to do is answer the questions in most of them. So how prevalent is it, do you think, that grant writing still is needed as much since they made it a lot easier? What is your feedback on grant writing?
Well, in terms of on the nonprofit side, I would say grant writing is more of a demand. A grant writer may be more of a need on the nonprofit side because you have to do more writing of narratives, need statements, looking at what is the need of this particular population, looking at, what are the other organizations in the area that are doing this? What sets you apart? You have to explain what your mission statement is, what your programming is, what you've done, what you're trying to do, your data collection, all of that. It's a little more intricate, a little more involved, and then it depends on the funding source. Some applications are very streamlined, very simple, and some are very, like just recently, we got a grant award from the state of Michigan to finish a community center that we're doing. That application process was very intricate. And some of them you'll have to reach out for technical assistance. Some of them, the platforms and portals that they're on are not always user friendly. But the writing piece is very important because even myself, when I go to read something, I could tell whether this person has strong writing skills or not. I could tell whether it's organized, whether it's structured in a certain way. And there are certain things that grant reviewers are looking for. And a lot of times, if you're just starting out, you don't have the expertise to know what things grant reviewers will be looking for. You don't have the expertise to look at a PDF, a grant announcement, and see, what the criteria is, make sure I've hit all of these targets, make sure I'm not just rambling on, I'm not writing in a clear, they don't want to read a bunch. I'm not being clear and concise to the point, and hitting those targets really that grant reviewers want you to hit. So I would say on the nonprofit end, definitely. As far as business grants, maybe not so much. What's more important as far as a business grant is that you have all your paperwork in order, your bookkeeping, your financials. They want to see your financials, because what's the profitability of your business? And then I find that the business grants can be a little more competitive. A lot of the business grants that are available, they're coming from national corporations. So these are nationwide competitive grant opportunities. But it's good to be connected to the Hello Alice and what is it, the
MMSDC.
But there's
We Bank.
the
We
Black
Bank.
the Black organization, MD Metro Detroit Black Businesses.
And you got the NEA.
They send out a lot of grant announcements. I get flooded with business grant announcements all the time. But I tend to focus primarily on the nonprofit end. I don't do a bunch with my for-profit businesses. Like I said, most of my proceeds from my for-profit, they're fundraisers basically for my nonprofit activities. They help support the nonprofit activities. That's my passion. And that's the other thing I would say to anybody that's interested in starting a nonprofit. It has to be your passion. It has to be something that you believe about, you believe in strongly, that you're willing to put your money behind it, your time behind it. You're willing to stay up all night. If not, you might want to do something on the for-profit end because it's a lot of work. You have to lay a lot of groundwork for a nonprofit. Mm-hmm. Even my mom, who you mentioned, she started a nonprofit some 40 years ago called Reach Incorporated in connection with her church, 12th Street Missionary Baptist Church. They did affordable housing, started a food bank that's still going. The 12th Street Church Food Pantry is still going, distributing food bags every other Friday. But her testimony is that she didn't have a salary for the first 10 years. The first 10 years after she developed that nonprofit, she ended up going on and having some statewide appointments where she finally did get a lucrative salary. But yeah, it takes a lot. It has to be a labor of love.
Yeah, because I know, even reading your bio talked about how you worked a lot, put in your own money,
Mhm.
to make things work, and you just have to be passionate about it. It has to be something that you enjoy and giving. But I do know that sowing seeds, you will reap a good harvest. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
those seeds that you have sown are truly paying off, have paid off, and it's paying off right now. Um, One of the things I wanted to know about, when you have a nonprofit, how is the process of running a board meeting? Because you have to have board members, and sometimes depending on how you signed up your business, if you were a S corp, C corp, you have to have meetings. Even when we're certified with WeBank and MMSDC, and it's certification time now, and they want to know your minutes, your business minutes.
Yes. Well, you definitely need a board. Most boards meet quarterly, and most nonprofits are governed by a board of directors. And board development is very important. You want to have a nice mix of board members. It's also smart to have someone on your board that does grant writing, because then you could potentially get grant writing done for free, right? It's good to have an accountant who can do your audited financials um, on your board, an attorney. You want to have people that have expertise in that particular area of focus, educators, different ones that can contribute. Also, people that will be active. That's one of the challenges with a nonprofit, that board members are not always active, coming to the board meetings and contributing. Like if you have a fundraiser and you say, okay, well, we'd like all of our board members to give $500, toward the fundraiser. Some of the board members may not always participate. So board development is selecting individuals that can help scale the nonprofit, grow the nonprofit, build the capacity of the nonprofit is very important. And so oftentimes those things are spelled out in the bylaws too, how that would be handled. Um, and doubling back to the grant writing, I also wanted to mention that one of the things that I found to be very helpful is a subscription to a grant search engine. So I mentioned Grant Station, which is included in the Michigan Nonprofit Association membership. There are other grant search engines, and one that I use is Grant Watch. So there's a subscription, and you can go in, use the filters. Like if you're looking for women's programs, or you're looking for something for schools, or you're looking for youth programming, or you're looking for something to fund gardens. You would do a search there, and look in your area, those grant opportunities would come up, and you could apply for them based on, it would bring up those grant announcements, the guidelines and criteria there. So I find that to be very helpful. Also, there's a resource called Resilia, and that had escaped me. I'm glad it just came to me. Let me put that down. Resilia is
Spell that for us.
Resilia. Resilia. There's a
Thank
lot of
you.
resources for nonprofits there.
Mm. One of the things on me and Danielle's show we've talked about quite a bit, and it's not just for businesses, but also in your personal life. And Robert Kiyosaki would talk about it a lot, that you need to develop a team, even in your personal life. And the main two people that you should have on your team is a good accountant and an attorney. So I like the fact that you brought that up, because everyone on here should have a great accountant, even if you don't have a business, and a lawyer. access to a lawyer. And so I don't advertise legal shields a lot, but I like to have it because I know that it's something that everyone should have. It's affordable, and you should never be without a lawyer, somebody on your side.
Absolutely. And I don't know if you recall, but after the block party we had a couple of workshops for entrepreneurs that were sponsored by Comerica Bank, and they were facilitated by a certified public accountant, Diamond. She's also a on the faculty at Wayne State University. Let me see. If you like, I can send you that information and you can post it for anyone that's interested in an accountant. She's our accountant and she's an excellent resource.
Yes, that would be great. We have 2 minutes left. Does anyone have any questions or anything like that?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do.
Welcome. Thank you for coming, Latanya.
No problem. Thanks for the invite. My question is for people who do have or would like to have a mentor. Do you have any suggestions on that? On who? Like different mentors. Where will I find one? Where can I find one? And are you one?
For adult mentors, for mentors for adults.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. I would say most people, it depends. If you're looking for something for your career, most people get, get their mentors, someone that's in that area.
Okay.
So if your career is accounting, right, you would attach yourself to someone that's in accounting.
Okay.
So if you're in accounting, you would find out, what other successful females are in accounting that are in my circle. And usually those relationships are formed in school or either in the workplace. I do what's called consulting. So it's very similar to mentoring, but it's a paid service. So it's a paid service where I actually, and I mentioned this to LaKeisha, for nonprofits, I've developed a program, a very customized program where I could take someone from their light bulb moment to the launch of their nonprofit, as well as help them to build capacity for that nonprofit, doing the grant search, doing the grant writing, helping them with the program design, all of that. And so that's very similar. What a mentor would do is not pay, it's not a paid service. So that's what kind of makes it different from consulting. So you would want to find somebody that's in your area, in your field, in your industry, and ask them to be your mentor. Sometimes you can find a mentor at church if you have a church. If you have a women's group such as this group here. I know that LaKeisha attends, what is that, the Empowerment?
Global Empowerment Ministries.
Yes, Global Empowerment Ministries. Start going to those types of meetings, networking. As you network, you'll come across, I have another sister, she has Pathways to Life, and they have a networking vehicle, and they meet monthly. I also want to put my singles event out there. I have a networking event for singles every second Sunday at the Woodward Avenue Bar and Grill. It's located at 12,000 Woodward in Highland Park for my single ladies that want to come out and network. It's from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. The next one will be on April 14th. And our favorite #1 bad boy, Chocolate, will be teaching our line dances. And so we're excited about that. But just any networking opportunity, anything like was just mentioned with the tech The
Black
tech,
Tech Saturdays, yes,
Black
amazing.
Tech Saturday was amazing.
Yes,
you want to position yourself. That's one of our P's. You want to position yourself to be among people that are in your same network. Like I'm a member of the American Counseling Association. I go to those conferences. And that's where you link up with like-minded people and people that have already done, and that's what you want to look for. Someone who's already done what you're trying to do that can give you, that can advise you.
yes, that's successful in that particular area, because sometimes you do have to be careful of the information or the advice of, other people sometimes. So you do want to make sure it's somebody that you can see that is, successful in that area. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you and welcome. I don't know who iPhone 3 is. Darnett Dawson, thank you. Stephanie Mason, Omani, all these wonderful people. Barbara, thank you all. Joy, everyone, thank you for coming to our Millionaire Mindset Monday. I hope this was inspirational, gave you a lot of information. Just the 7 P's.
Oh
was
yeah, that was really
amazing.
good. I wrote that
That
down.
was really good, for life, even
And
as
I just want to remind the ladies, as far as positioning, we got the Elizabeth Visionary Conference coming up May 4th. And, digitally marketing, having ourselves positioned digitally by which to share our information, receive information, and pass out information. I still have, from now until then, the week of, I'm doing lunch and learn 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock every single Monday, and it will be recorded. Today, I really want to focus on getting your link trees together and your Hi Hello digital cards together so that you can. One thing I learned about Black Tech Sunday, I didn't pass out one card. And if I did, I have a Ziploc bag of cards that I have to sit down and go through. That's the one thing you don't want people to do, is sit down and have to retype your information into their phones when there's an app that would instantly put your information on their phone in less than 5 seconds. So Linktree and Hi Hello cards, 12 o'clock today from 12 to 1. It will be recorded and it will be on replay for the Elizabeths who need to get their digital life together.
And
I just want to make sure that
yeah, and you're using this same Zoom.
the same Zoom, yes.
Mm-hmm.
the same Zoom information.
Good
Awesome.
Grand Rising, everybody. Hey, it's Sharonda. I just want to say I'm a year older this past Friday.
Happy
Happy
birthday!
birthday.
And to thank y'all, to Danyelle, I want to say thank you for inviting me to the Black Tech Saturdays. I was there when it was over and connected with some really nice people. So that is something that we definitely want to put on our calendars.
The next one is April 13th.
Just like the Grand Rising Elizabeth is helping us level up with more in 24, the Black Tech Saturdays is not just about tech, it's about networking. Like Tenesha has the second Saturdays coming up. It's about leveling up. If we continue to be like Tenesha said, in this organization, the Grand Rising Elizabeths and the Black Tech Saturdays, it's going to be no excuse to have our businesses and nonprofits together and go to another level, because iron sharpens iron. Okay. And then I want to thank Queen Aduni and Miss Tenesha for Tenesha being able to come on here, because I apologize for not being able to be as involved as I would like. However, we definitely need mentors, okay, whether that's financial or with your presence, because it's like mentoring down and mentoring up, as it's kind of been talked about on this call. Don't worry about, I don't know how to do this. I don't know. Just show up. Just show up. Sometimes I'll show up even for the last 30 minutes. I can help clean up, okay? So, being in the presence of my sister's keeper will also help you go to another level, because yes, we're supposed to be mentoring the girls, but like she said, she's a mentor too. Just trying to work through whatever organization or event or theme that we have, because she will have themes for the Saturdays and the programming. You will learn something. I mean, we had a tea last year, and I mean, you know, I mean, you can learn something about tea and the health benefits, and Sister Deidre is not on here, you know, so just come on out, show up, and you're going to get mentor girls going down, and we're going to get mentorship going up. And y'all know I'm excited about y'all's success.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Sharonda.
Yes, thank you so much. That was so good.
And I just want to remind everybody, the next Black Tech Saturday is April 13th. Put it on your calendar now from 1 to 3. If I find out that as soon as I find out about events, I put it on my calendar, whether I make it or not. It leaves us there so that it reminds me, hey, this is something you might be interested in to actually go to. So I do know it's 1 to 3. I do know it's April 13th here in Detroit. Not quite sure if it's going to be a new lab or it's going to be in Tech Town, but they will announce it and let us know. March 30th is actually in Baltimore. I repeat, March 30th for Black Tech Saturday is in Baltimore. They do it in Detroit and it's growing in Baltimore. And I know a lot of people get confused about, oh, they got two. They do, but one is in Detroit and one is in Baltimore. And the one for March 30th is in Baltimore. Same people, different location.
Danyelle, is that just monthly for Detroit? Do they just do that monthly?
It's a monthly meetup. Yes, it started out
Okay.
with last year, actually last June, if I'm not mistaken. It started out with 5 people at a coffee shop. It has grown to over 1,000 people showing up to this event, and especially by this Black Tech Saturday being right before the Elizabeth Visionary Conference, it would be nice to have all the Elizabeth show up and not network and pass out flyers, because I swear it's hard for 2 people to do it for 1,000 people. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But if that's why I say put it on your calendar now. 1 to 3, April 13th, they will announce where the location is going to be. But yeah, it is a monthly, as of right now, it's a monthly meetup. It's a monthly meetup.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear Darnette's testimony. She went to Black Saturday too, so I'm excited. She was so excited, so I can't wait to hear the networking that went on for her as well. One
It
last
was
thing.
the bomb. It was the bomb. I got information. They told me how to do those contracts working for the city. We'll talk, LaKeisha, but y'all, I went and they fed me. I like to eat. But anyway, it was awesome.
Awesome. One last thing, I didn't get a chance to talk about the grants that's available last Monday. This Monday, I'm always talking about Hello Alice. Go to helloalice.com. They have grants. In NAACP has the Bacardi backing the bar grant round 3. They have NAACP has the Laurel Inclusive Beauty Fund. They got something for restaurants. They have the American Dream Awards. So go out there on helloalice.com because it has some great information. Actually, my company, also my business partner, Ms. Barbara Woodard, is on here as well. That's how we got our first business credit, was through Hello Alice. So if you're looking to, maybe get some business credit, that may be a good place for you to go to. They have a wealth of information. And so I just wanted to at least make sure that I talked about those grants, because some of them, the deadline is on the 29th. Some of them you still have a lot of time, but the deadline cutoff is in May. So we want to take this time out. We're over. It's 10:11. I would like for us to hug ourselves. Give yourself some hug. I like to kiss myself sometimes. Share that self-care love. Let's hug the world. Go ahead and hug the world. Yes, and sprinkle some love, peace, and happiness all over this world, because we all need love, peace, and happiness and joy. And I thank you all for coming. Tomorrow is our health and wellness, same time. Awesome show. All the shows are absolutely amazing. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful and fantastic day on purpose.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Almighty will come back on.
Thank you.